welcoming. He's still welcoming. He's a wonderful brother from the 90s, David, the inimitable David Cira.
Thank you, Paul. It's funny, the first time I saw Paul was St. Francis Day, and I could see him with his sleeves rolled up in a habit, and I told him that, and it came to be. My years here, there is something that sticks in my mind, and it echoed all through the house all day, 5 days a week. Brother Moises, you have a call on line 8. Brother Paul Zaborowski, you have a call on line 8, 9. Would any friar please pick up line 8? No one would go by the phone. As a matter of fact, once Paul and I and Ben Rigotti and I think Bob Marva, in fact everyone who's here, Moy and Kevin, we were sitting around that back table and we were joking around about it, and I just remember a game show came out. It's time to play You Have a Call. Will it be 8-8 or 8-9? If it's anyone pick up, they're always the loser. But I loved Sister Mary Anthony, and she loved us, and we were really her family. Her whole, her entire congregation went back to Belgium. She was their only vocation. It's a true story, and I guess they figured, let's quit while we're ahead, you know? And they gave her to us. And she was devoted to us, and we loved her too. We did. But I can remember a certain Holy Week. And Kevin never lets me forget it. I had the flu. I was really sick. And I hadn't missed Good Friday since I was a kid. I was sick in bed. So when it came time for the vigil, I was not missing the vigil. So I came, I was sick, I had a fever, I was yawning, I was tired. Afterward, there was a little reception. I tried to eat a little something. And Mary Anthony came over to us and said, you know, Dave, when we were at Mass, you yawned, and your mouth is so big. All I could think of was, throw that walrus a fish. To this day, Thompson calls me Walrus Mouth. The next day, I'm sick in bed, you know, I've done Mass on Sunday and I'm still trying to get over this. And there's a call for me. Brother David, please come to the office. I'm thinking, for what? Leave me alone. I get dressed, out of bed, I go up, and she said, Brother David, it's raining. And I don't want to take a bus. Would you drive me home? Oh, sure, sister, I'd be glad to. Get yourself ready, and I got my coat, and so I'm driving, and she said to me, that was very nice last night, but people said to me, are you still up? So I guess they wanted me, she spent the night that night, I guess they wanted me to leave the friars and go to bed. I said, oh no, sister, it's just an expression. An expression? Yeah. They were just kidding. Oh, kidding. Yeah, I can understand that. Well, you know, David, when I said to you that I thought, throw that walrus a fish? I said, yeah, sister? I wasn't kidding. I didn't care. I said to her, you know, you could walk. Oh, that she laughed at. She got that joke. The other memory I have is that we had a very dear friar, Ben Pope. And Ben was good-hearted and very caring. But Ben had this thing, and we all have our idiosyncrasies. His was, he loved to take things apart and put it back together. And in this main hall, I haven't really looked up when I've been in this main hall outside the kitchen, but there used to be a lot of pipes, a lot of wires, and it really was an eyesore. And he said, "I think I can fix that." And everyone was like, "Oh no, no." It's okay. You don't have to, you know. And we thought we had him convinced, but it really bothered him, and it did look bad. He wanted it to look nice. He was always trying to help the friars. He was. So he figured out what everything was for, and he figured, well, that's all needed, except one wire. He could not find what this wire was for. So he pulled it and cut it. And in doing so, he cut Father Sebastian's phone line. As Father Sebastian was talking long distance to Rome. And I don't know, Sabby was real funny about that. Didn't go over well. But two men have been mentioned, and I have to say, Bob McCreary was my novice master, and I certainly would not be here had it not been for Bob McCreary, nor would I have gotten through it had it been anyone else, because he's very understanding. And when I came here, Joe Mindling took me under his wing, and I was a handful, and was very, very kind to me. And then Bob Herrick was my formator. And it's funny because he really walked with me on this journey, but he had a full head of hair at the beginning of it. And one thing I've always wondered about Bob, when you first became formator, you were just healthy and calm. What was all that shaking at the end of the year about? I don't know. I'm sure I had nothing to do with it. But my years here at Cap College were the happiest years of my formation, and I'm pretty happy in my life right now. And Christmas at Cap College was the greatest time since I was a child. No Christmas matched it. And I don't know what it's like for you guys now, but we were really poor back then. I mean, we really were. And to decorate this house, and it's a major house, as you all know, we used to have these huge holly bushes, holly trees. They went as far as the chapel roof. We would be up there on ladders, cutting down holly for the windowsills. We would be in the woods, looking for ivy, looking for this, looking for that. And this house just shined. But we worked, everyone got the fever. We worked really, really hard. I remember Bob and Paul making this beautiful mobile that hung through the big hall, through the big stairway. And they did it with nothing. We had no money. We had nothing. It was like, where did this all come from? They found ways. We all found ways. But those are the best Christmases of my life. Thank you.